Life is a journey. A roller coaster. Whirlwind energy. Heart on sleeves. Hands to work. You're the hero of your journey. A hero brilliant and flawed. Every day is a challenge. A fight that may run low and dry. Kapuy kaayo. Life gets tiring. It can even leave you hopeless sometimes. Even heroes like you need a partner to count on. A partner that will carry you through every transformation, every turn of the tide, and every milestone of your life. A partner who will stand by your side and will never leave. Sun Life will be with you through it all. Brighter days, brighter beginnings, brighter achievements. And our promise, Sun Life will always be here. Here for your dreams. Here for your future. Here for you. As sure as the sun shines every day. Sun Life. Partner for life.
As a mom and a full-time freelancer, ang biggest fear ko talaga ay yung magkasakit ako at maubos yung savings ng family. Ayoko kasi yung magbenta ng assets or manghiram sa parents ko. At mas lalong ayoko na maapektuhan ang pag-aaral ng panganay ko. I'm Donna Dairit Jimenez, wife and mom of two. I'm a freelancer doing digital marketing. Noong 2019, nag-start yung headaches ko. Pero akala ko, dala lang ng stress, pagod at puyat because of my work. Then, lumala ng lumala. In 2021, sobrang grabe na yung pain. To the point na hinimatay ako. I was rushed to the ER, got confined, had MRI, and they discovered I had a brain tumor. At that time, I was also pregnant with my second child. On the same day, right after ko manganak, via cesarean operation, I had brain surgery. I'm so thankful to be alive. Kami ng baby ko. Pero reality sets in. As a full-time freelancer, kapag walang work, wala din kita. Paano namin babayaran ng kulang-kulang 1 million na hospital bills? Lahat ng fears ko nagkatotoo. Pero buti na lang, my dad reminded me na meron akong insurance. In 2015, kumuha ako ng insurance from Sun Life for me and my family. Nung una, hesitant pa ako kasi naisip ko gastos lang yan. Pero my dad, who is also a Sun Life policy holder, convinced me. Sabi niya, maganda yan kasi nagsisimula kayo ng pamilya. I've also realized that time na kung nakakagastos nga ako sa mga luho, then dapat nakakapag-spend din kami to secure our future, especially our daughters. Our insurance policies from Sun Life became our saving grace. Winidraw namin yung fund value ng policies namin and that helped us cover part of our hospital bills. Tapos, nakapag-claim pa ako ng benefits na nakatulong sa amin dahil 1 taon ako walang full-time work. Thank you, Sun Life, my partner for life. It freed me from my greatest fears. Being fearless is the best gift that you can give to your future self.
Love, thank you for helping me become a brighter version of myself.
Thank you, love, for supporting my growth. Thank you also for showing me a world where you and I can build a brighter life.
Love, I care for you and our future together. And love, never forget I always got your back.
Dapat lang, no? We're life partners?
Partner for life. Love, With you, it's more than a happy ever after.
No. It's happy even after.
One, two.
May mga araw tayo na hindi natin alam, mga pagsubok na bigla na lang dumadaan. Tandaan, ikaw ay may kasama.
Mga pangarap natin ay hindi mabubura, kahit malayo o mabagal ang pagpunta. Tandaan, ikaw ay may kasama.
Magpatong-patong man, mga problema ay laging magagawan natin ang paraan. Asahan lagi kang may karamay. Ako ang iyong kasama, hindi mag-iisa sa araw-araw. Hindi ka na ulit matatakot, liwanag man o dilim, ako'y nandito.
Ikaw ang karamay, kasama ka sa lakbay ng buhay. Ikaw ang dahilan sa tagumpay, bawat pagsubok ay panalo, pagkat ikaw ang kasama.
Ako ang kasama, wow, kasama.
Ikaw ang
Kasama,
wow, basta tayong dalawa'y magkasama. May mga panahong madami kang kailangan at
mga tanong sa isip mo'y hindi masagutan.
tandaan, ikaw ay may kasama.
Kung minsan ay mukhang malayo ang ating lakbay,
Pag lumingon ka lang, ako'y iyong kaakbay.
tandaan, ikaw ay may kasama. Magpatong-patong man, mga problema ay laging magagawan natin ng paraan. Asahan lagi kang may karamay. Ako ang iyong kasama, hindi mag-iisa sa araw-araw. Hindi ka na ulit matatakot, liwanag man o dilim, ako'y nandito.
Ikaw ang karamay, kasama ka sa lakbay ng buhay. Ikaw ang dahilan sa tagumpay, bawat pagsubok ay
Hello, everyone. Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. My name is Mayron, and I am your host for today. Today is day 4, our last day of Money Summit. I am sad, but at the same time, I am glad because I know after this there will be stories. I know after this there will be like brighter stories for everyone who has attended for the past 3 days. And today is our last day. Today we will finish up strong. All right. So I just want to know how are you doing, guys? If you can type in the chat, how are you guys doing? And I have a question to ask you. What is your most favorite topic from the past 3 days? What is the most favorite session or topic that you learned or that you heard that you went in? So please type in the chat, and I just want to know what that is so that we would see if you are really paying attention. No, we'll see. All right, I'm in the group. I am in the chat. So let us see your answers. Value investing, technical by Sir Ricky. Yes. Rebi, value investing. So for sure you know, I'm not sure if you're already into that, but hopefully what you learn would add or build your confidence more. Um, Crypto by Sir Tony. Yes, yesterday was full of details. So real estate investing. Godofredo Libreja, thank you. Carlos Gonzalez, thank you for that. Crypto, Nina Franco. Technical from Anna Brian Andripa by Sir Ricky. So this is really diverse topics because I know we want you guys to have like a, a full spectrum of all the choices that you have. So thank you again. So today Money Summit is the last day. So please make sure that you make the most out of it today. So we'd just like to thank you everybody, especially our partners for making this event possible. Thank you to massive shout out to Learning Curve for presenting, for creating this event. Thank you so much, Learning Curve. So if you want to know more about Learning Curve, please DM us. Please connect with us. Also, biggest shout out as well to Sun Life for making brighter lives, and thank you for creating this platform for this avenue for Filipinos to step in and just see brighter life. People, this is the last day. Please take advantage of our one-on-one free. Did I say free? Free financial consultation today. So that will happen at the very after the last session. So make sure to wait for it, complete all the sessions today. Then after that, bam, one-on-one for free. All right, so please take advantage of this. And I'd like to thank all our partners today. Also, shout out to our media partner, Money Sense Magazine. Grab a copy of Money Sense Magazine, and also our association partner, RFB. RFB, thank you so much. Folks, announcements, a couple. Reminders, refresh your browser or mobile app if you can't find the live stream, and watch on your laptop for a bigger screen, a fuller experience, and join the community board. Also, if you are an all access and a VIP ticket holder, we have replays for you. It will be available a week after the event. Replays, all sessions, all for you. Wait for our email when they are ready. Again, this is Money Summit Day 4. Please make sure to make the most out of it today, especially our one-on-one free consultation after the last session. Right after that, go to the next agenda, to the room. Bam, our advisors will be there waiting for you. And now, without much further ado, we just want to make sure that you're ready. I am ready. Our speaker is ready. Folks, lean in like this, this close. Take out your pens and notebooks, and we are excited to present to you our speaker for today. See you in a bit.
Market swings can be intimidating, but they also present opportunities. Our speaker is a professional IT consultant and an investor for over 20 years. Please give a warm welcome to the mom trader and author of High-Heeled Traders, who will share strategies for capitalizing on volatility. Everyone, let's give it up for Ms. Charmel de los Santos.
Hello everyone, can you hear me? Oh, okay, great. So I can see the hearts. It means you can hear me, and I'm here, excited. Day 4 of Money Summit. Welcome, and everyone. I'm just excited to be with Money Summit again. It's been so many years that we've been working together to enhance the financial literacy of all Filipinos, and I'm really excited in the last online conferences that there are many very avid investors, young investors, and I'm really happy to share to you today my topic, which is about the trading volatility. Okay, so let me share my screen. And again, I think we'll be having the Huva app for your questions. So anytime you have a question, please place it there. And if there is, I will probably go through some of the material, and I will ask if you would have enough like baseline knowledge about it. I had the poll up, and I asked for people to respond to that poll about whether they know options, which is one of the what do you call this, financial instruments that you can trade with volatility. So if you haven't done so, please put your response to that poll, and I will probably expand on what the material says here. But certainly we will go through the material, and there will be questions you can ask me later. And I also have a meetup. All right, let's get into it. Our topic is trading volatility. What are the strategies for capitalizing on market swings? Okay. Next slide. Okay, what is volatility? First up, so volatility is how fast the price of a security changes in a given period. So with security, it could be anything, your stocks, your crypto. We know that real estate is not very volatile investment, but like things, stocks, mainly commodities, Forex, those can be measured in terms of volatility because we know the price changes over a given period through the trades or investment that come in through our brokers, right? And then there's two types of volatility. One is a low volatility period or a kind of security that's low volatility, and high volatility instruments. So we can see there's dramatic change of prices over a short period of time. And I'll mention to you what those are. Okay, so you might be saying, why trade volatility? Why do you want to trade something that moves so much, right? So which is a valid point. Like I said, real estate is very safe. It doesn't really go from 1 million to another and then down. That will be disaster, right? But there are other financial instruments that does have that characteristic of volatility. And why we trade volatility, number one, is that the market gives an opportunity in the changes in price. So whether it goes up or down, those are opportunities that investors can take advantage of for capital gain or loss. Mostly gain. That's why we want to trade volatility. And then the other one is volatility increases the premium value of an option. So that's why we're talking about whether you know about option, because an option has what we call a value that is based on volatility. The more volatile, the higher is the premium or the value of the option. And we'll get to that later, right? Good so far? Okay. So why do we trade volatility? Again, there are two types of investors that we're talking about here. One is an active trader or investor, and one is a passive trader investor. So for mainly active traders, those who will do day trading, no position trading, they will want to have volatility because they want to take advantage of buying low and selling high, and then selling high and buying low, if you are allowed, right? If you are in that kind of security. And we'll talk more about that later. All right. Second thing we want to be sure of that everyone knows is that volatility, it's not because a certain instrument is really volatile for no reason. One is that the economic climate or the world financial market, they're all interrelated and there are causes of volatility. And I mentioned here investor emotions. So different people feel different ways. They have different risk profile. So that causes volatility. If I feel good, I'm not going to change the price. But those who are wanting to sell right away might lower their price. You know what I mean? So that's why we're saying we want to know those emotions, and that there is a nifty indicator that measures that. Okay. The other one is depressed economic condition, or like what we're having right now, high inflation, especially in America and Western, almost every country or every financial market has been affected by high inflation. Certainly also deflation. In the Japanese market, they've had, stagflation for a while. So that's a different strategy that you would apply there. Then there are government policy changes. So all these things, what kind of policy changes? Something that relates to like public health when there was the COVID, right? So that changed the whole financial market as well. And then uncertainty in the market with nervous investors because of like debt, major news events, Brexit, if you remember some years ago, those can cause a big price moves, black swan events, what they call uncertain or unheard of, or like improbable events that happen. So those are also causing volatility. September 11 caused a high volatility because nobody knows what's happening. We're being attacked. Okay, so wars, revolution, etc. Those are predictors of volatility. And right now, you will observe, I put in the last bit there, high levels of debt. We are all jittery because this is China we're talking about. So China property prices have been stagnant for so long. They build so much on debt. So the real estate there, actually, we'll see, we're thinking they're safe as houses, but in the case of China, it's not. So those things cause volatility. And the more that you understand what's happening in the economic situation, in those affecting your security, for example, the investment that you're holding, the more you understand whether it's a high volatility or low volatility environment, right? Good so far? Okay, so in terms of volatility indicators, in forex, stocks, or commodities, we will hear about historical volatility and implied volatility. So I mentioned this to you. There is a formula, which is the standard deviation. You don't need to calculate this volatility indicator. I'm just telling you this is the baseline information and how they calculate volatility, right? And I will show you the other indicators that I think will be helpful. So we have here technical tools and measurements that will give how volatile things are. So I gave some examples here. You can Google some more. So there's average, true range, Bollinger Bands. But my two favorite that I like to use because they're just more practical and easily transferable in knowledge is CBOE, or the Chicago Board of Exchange. This is a exchange or market in the US. It has a volatility index. It measures the S&P 500 or top 500 companies in the US mostly, but it is like a general indicator. If there is fear in the market in this S&P 500, it also influences other markets. Okay, so that's why they call it a fear index. And this, you will read in financial articles a lot about this VIX. If we have some problems with saying the VIX jumped. So yeah, Google some more, but there is a number there. And that number, you'll say through time, it would be like 20, 25, and it could jump to 37 overnight. That's a high volatility environment, okay? And then the other one is beta, which is indicated here with the letter B. I like to use beta because it measures the expected move in a stock or a company relative, okay, to the overall market, how the market is doing versus what the stock is doing. So a stock will have a beta, and the beta has a number. So you have 1.0 as that says that this it's like a threshold. So lower than 1.0, it's not very volatile compared to the overall market. Above 1.0, it is more volatile than the broader market. And here's my example here. Okay, IBM, International Business Machine, you will see there's a number there called beta. It's less than 1.85. So in the chart, you will see that in the 5 years that the movement is, you know, kind of in that range. Okay, it didn't really move that much. So it is a low beta stock. So you'll be comfortable to invest in this one. You can see that the yield is quite high, 4.4 to 3% per year. This is a good investment, you know, if you want to be in IBM, right? Another example is Alphabet. This is another 5-year chart. You will see that the beta is 1.06. So it is as volatile as the general market. And you'll see that it moves smoothly in 5 years. It's not, you know, the price movement, it continued upwards. The volatility is there, but it's not very dramatic or shocking. Okay, and another example is a beta greater than 2. There's not a lot of stocks that has a beta greater than 2. So one of them is Tesla. So we know Tesla is always in the news. A lot of people have, you know, strong opinions in the stock that, for example, it is overvalued, but also that it is, you know, technology of the future. So you will, you know, have people investing in this when the going is good, but when they fear that it's overvalued, they will sell. And so we have here the mark of beta is greater than 2. So it's just an indicator, very easy to look at, and it's going to give you an opportunity to invest in high or low in another the way you want to tolerate your risk, basically. Okay, so just more examples of what volatile markets are for 2023. So for stocks, not all stocks are volatile. There are some sectors in the stock market. To say there's the grouping, right? The S&P 500 has about 12 sectors, and some are more volatile than others. Again, due to the causes that I mentioned, macroeconomic reasons. So there will be energy sector because of supply and demand, something about the weather, or something about interest rates. So that will be more volatile. However, things like utilities, education, we'll always need to educate our children. We'll always have to have the lights on. It's part of life. You have the utilities. So they're not really volatile as the other sectors. So that's why I said here is an example. Another one, okay, perpetually you have the Forex currency pairs, US dollar, JPY. So the currency pairs are actively traded. These are the major economies in the world. So these are really volatile markets. Okay, I like to follow Forex just so that I can check what it will affect in the other markets, but I don't trade. And then another set will be the commodities, as mentioned, the energy stocks of crude oil, natural gas, corn, and coal. All right, we are halfway, and I want to dive into the trading strategies that we can use for high volatility. So one very good example here is the breakout strategies. Breakout strategy meaning that you have prices moving, and then there is occasionally you will see this the high price, which is the ceiling, and the low price, which is the floor. Now, these are in technical parlance, right? Support and resistance. So your support is the place where if it falls through that's a breakout, it will move down. And then resistance is if the price moves further or pierces that ceiling, it will break out further into, go up higher, the prices. Okay, and I will mention here some of the breakout patterns. You can look at charts. So for technical trading enthusiasts, you want to know this more. Triangle, cup and handle, or channels. So I'm not much into technical trading. I do look at and what I like to use is the RSI, or relative strength index. So this is a 14-day what do you call this? Measurement of the prices. So there is a number, so it's automatically computed for you, and there's a threshold. So your oversold level will be from 30, and then it goes down below that. It's really oversold, very bearish market. And then overbought is too much. The price has been going up too much. It's called overbought. The price, the level will be 70. But then again, you need to use the RSI with the market context. So just two together, right? What's happening in macroeconomic environment plus the relative strength index. And I have highlighted here. So I have an example of a chart here that's like in a cup and handle formation. It's important that we need to be patient and really look at the indicator, with a discipline and patience, okay? Because we want to only go through an opportunity that is going to pay off, right? And then when we do have that opportunity, to allow for the profits to run, basically get out of the way and let it move until you have your, according to your system, met your exit plan. Okay, so that's one set of example. And we have here, I just took this chart from last night, early last night. We have here Microsoft. You see there's in Yahoo Finance, very easy, you go there. There's an indicator, the first word there on the chart. You select RSI. And then the RSI, the number is here. You can see I have the yellow arrow there. And that is RSI at this point here where I highlighted in the pink line chart there. So the RSI points to 36, is that 36, 35 point something. And you'll see that it had continually gone up. because it was oversold. So meaning there's an opportunity there. There is, you can move this chart, play along with it. And if you are in a broker, you can also try and do that. If you have no options or no US stocks holdings at the moment, you can go to Yahoo Finance and play around with their charts there. Okay, another set of trading strategies would involve options. So this is why I'm asking earlier. And there is significantly high number of people. I just checked the poll again, but earlier it was there's 9 who know about options, and there is people who really don't have that much knowledge of it. Okay, so yes 12 and no 22. So I will just spend some time doing an intro on options. You can see here different option strategies. What the charts will show you is the payoff diagram. So the beauty of options is that there are strategies that you will know your risk and you will know your payoff. Basically, that's important to use options to limit your risk, and that's what I do. I learned that the hard way, so I'm telling you, use options. It could be speculative, but you will learn that as an investor, your objective is to really increase your capital. So don't do that. Don't speculate, or if you will speculate, limit your risk. Okay. And the other important use is to hedge or protect your asset against decline or volatility. All right, so I'm just looking at my time here, 7 minutes, a quick intro to options. So the option, it is a contract, okay? It is basically a financial instrument between two parties. So any contract has two parties, a buyer and a seller, okay? So this contract is to give the buyer the right, but not the obligation. So you can buy the contract and you don't have to, at the end of the contract, you can take it or leave it, basically. So it's not an obligation, and the buyer will have the right to buy that security, which could be your stock, or it could be even option on an ETF, basically, any security at a predetermined price, which is a strike price, on or before a predetermined date or an expiry. So you have those elements there. And to acquire this right, you will need to pay a premium to the writer or the seller of the contract. So there are these terminologies here. And as mentioned, the option is not an asset. It is an instrument that derives its value from the asset, like a stock or index. Okay. So why do we use option? It is, again, as I mentioned, it's a hedge. You can use it to compound your income on your asset. If you're holding stocks and just waiting for it to go up, that's one thing, one strategy. One is to write options for it. You're selling the contract, it will add more to your income. Why? Because of the expiry. Because you don't have to, you're not selling it at a predetermined price and be beholden to it. There is an expiry. So that's the beauty of the option. It provides income. So this is, again, just a look at what options prices will give you. You can see this is a Bank America stock. That's the price at that time. And then you have calls and puts. These are the kinds of contracts. And then in here, you'll see periods, right? January, February, March, May, etc. So we're looking at the August 19, 2016 chart. Is a chart I used in another seminar I have. So you can see the strike prices in the middle. And these are the premium. When you have that last bid ask, these are the prices on the premium for the stock. So say I have a stock, it's worth $17.80. If I want to sell my my stock at $18, meaning I have 20 cents that I have like a buffer before 18, plus I have premium, I can earn $1.40 above 18. Isn't that nice? Right? So I will want to do that because I believe it will be like a low volatility stock. It really won't be going further above 18 at this time. That's my thinking, right? So that's the beauty of that. Get paid for the premium, and they could be wrong or they could be right, but as a seller or the writer of the option, you have additional income. Okay. All right, 5 minutes to go. Oh my God. I am going to be fast on this. So there's two types of options contract. One is a call options, which is the right to buy the underlying share. So you'll buy it later at this price if you want to, right? If you are saying, okay, the Bank of America stock is at 17, I'll buy it at 18. Okay, so you're buying that at a higher price because you want to say it's already breaking out, it's probably going more. Okay, and then the other one is put option, which gives the seller, okay, or the taker of the right to sell the underlying share. So the seller or the put option buyer will think, oh, the prices will actually go down more. So you want to sell your shares at that higher price before it goes down, right? So this is a bit, you know, an advanced concept. So you're going to be either the buyer or the seller of the option. Actually, you can be both. Like you can combine option strategies. So we'll go to that. Just speed up this one. This is about what of factors influencing the premium value of the option. So there's many, like time to expiry. The longer time to expiry, the greater the value of the option, time value. And then, like I mentioned, the volatility. The more volatile the price, the higher premium it gets. Okay. And then, okay, so the trading strategy, I will tell you, this is a list that I have in here, but this is something I want to share is that the best one will be the one that you can understand well, right? It doesn't have to be complicated. And then one that will test according to your measurement or your system and yields a true positive. So sorry for the jargon, but if that just means test it, and then if it's always producing the result that you expected, that's a true positive. Right? So examples here, buying calls and puts, it works for low volatility because the premium will not be that expensive. Selling calls and puts, that's good for high volatility because you're making money off the volatility. Okay, straddle is a high volatility option. So in this particular graph, I have here a straddle. So your straddle is you're both buying call and buying a put. That means you don't know the direction, but you will profit both on either way, right? And that's you're doing a straddle. So it's a good strategy, especially during high volatility, because the volatility, it means the price will jump dramatically. So if you're expecting a price move of 2%, normally it will be 3-4%. And in this time, you know, a particular instrument, it could even go 9-10%, 20%, right? The other day I was watching the price for NVIDIA, it went 25% when they recorded or they reported their profit. So it could be that lucrative, okay? And there are other here, Strangle and Iron Condor. Now the Iron Condor, I would say this is a credit strategy, meaning you will get all the premium. But this will really be applicable to low volatility stocks. So it's a bit more complicated than that. So, I mean, the normal strategies. But then again, I will say that beyond the volatility indicators and strategies, I would recommend you need a business plan. So what's in the business plan? I tell you right here. You need to work on the business plan to manage yourself, your psychology, your capital, and then, of course, what market are you in? What is the concept you're using, right? What is your trend following, whatever. And that the system of you getting in, doing the risking, and exiting with your profit, and all the rest of it. Okay, I'm out of time. Oh my God, that is so quick. And I think our host will come in. Let me just check the app for questions. But if we have, I'll stop sharing for our host to come in. Mayren. Hi, Mayren. How did we do for time? I was rushing because there's so much to talk about, but we are really constrained by time, but I hope that I was able to give our participants, good chunk of information
For
to
sure,
think through.
Miss Sharmel. So let's get on to the app, Miss Sharmel, because I think there are questions there. If you are ready, let me go
Yeah,
there.
please,
Our
select the questions,
All
Maren, if
right.
you don't mind.
Miss Sharmel, let's have one question here from Luzmar Gabor. What are some practical trading strategies that individuals can employ to navigate and capitalize on market volatility effectively? Follow-up question. Should I focus on the stock market, crypto, or forex? Ms. Sharma, what do you think?
Actually, that question is really, you can answer that yourself, right? Because it has to do with your risk profile. So for me, I like to watch Forex, but I don't want to trade Forex because it's very volatile. And for me, I'm a mom, I don't have the time to really watch it. Or because it requires a certain capital outlay, right? So I like to do stocks because I can watch it, I can choose my time frame, I can choose what volatility or my risk tolerance is. So that's really number one. That's why I said in the business plan, you have to know yourself how to manage your psychology, I call it, or that's normally what is but if you're going to think about why do you invest, right? To make money. You're not there to play. You're not there to get excited. You're not there to sound sophisticated. Like crypto is really sophisticated. I don't really do crypto. Okay. I work in IT. I don't do crypto, but I like to do stocks and options. So depends on really your risk tolerance and your time frame.
Luzmar Gabor, that's your answer. It depends really on your profile. Ms. Charmel, I have here one from Anna Brian Andripa. Ms. Charmel, what are the key tips for risk management in volatility and swings?
I like that question, and I touch on that. Actually, I have several slides. I edited so much because I thought I keep badgering the material with this. Well, I keep repeating that you have to know your risk. I studied with Dr. Van Tharp. He is a proponent or thought leader in trading, and he has a trading institute in the US. He calls this 1R. What is your risk one? Okay, this is the risk that you're wanting to um, basically put on the line, and you have to know this even before you enter your investment. Okay, so you will determine that for yourself again because it depends on how much capital you got, how much risk tolerance you want. And it is for me, for example, um I can look at, say, a cheap stock and I will risk 50 cents. Okay, that's my risk. I will, okay, even for me, I have my set capital. I'm not risking more than $100. For example, if I ever enter a position, not more than $100. It could be that $100 will be 5,000 pesos, right? That's real money. So you have to really decide on your risk profile. If you're feeling that even $100 is too much, you can lessen it. So there is a lot actually of stocks that you can invest in. And I'm not talking about penny stocks, but I'm talking, real good investment that already make money that you can put your money in, and it just makes a difference in terms of the return, because the return will be different. And they do say that the higher risk, the higher the reward, which is true, but not always. And there is a way. That's why I offer also, my experience in investing in US and options, so that you can manage the risk. You can look at what investment, and beyond the knowledge, one of the risks is you as an investor, you don't know what to do. You are probably too emotional, or you're not looking at the correct signs or indicators, that sort of thing. There's a really a structure to investing, and that's why I showed in my last slide. And you can request Money Summit, by the way, for the material. And I really prepared it so that people can look at it as reference, that there is a structure or a framework to investing that we really should do. And I learned this the hard way. So thank you.
Ms. Sharma,
Great question.
thank you for sharing your, your knowledge and at the same time your experience to all the delegates today. So you guys, Ms. Sharmel, I have a question here from Bernardino Banzon. Do we have options in the PSE?
Uh, I would recommend to just do the options in the US market. Anyway, there's a lot of brokers now that accept international applicants. And message me, any one of you who's interested, and also have a meetup, because I really want to promote US investing in the Philippines, because it's just, there's no reason why we can't. We are allowed, number one, and there is a lot of financially adept, or I would say high aptitude people in the Philippines, that it's just a matter of getting introduced into the right market. Sorry to say that in the Philippines, the sophistication of the financial instrument is not there. I worked with the PSE before in their market education, and at the time that they were opening the ETF, or the exchange traded fund. So I guess, we're moving into that direction. But presently, I would just recommend the US market for options. Yeah.
Message Miss Sharmel for all the details. Miss Sharmel, those are the questions that we had. We can cater for today. But I'd just like to invite everybody. Miss Sharmel has created a meetup today.
Yeah.
Miss Sharmel has created a meetup today. Miss Sharmel, can you please share something about that so people could see you after this?
Yeah, so in the meetup, I actually created it today because I was, I don't know, really busy. But I thought it's an opportunity for us to have a community, or exchange of ideas. Not just me telling you, but you're also, of course, welcome to share your knowledge to me or insight. And I believe we can keep up the discussion on investing. So this meetup, I scheduled it for 7th of October. I thought, it's too short notice to have it today. So next week, let's have a meetup. Maren, please sign in and join us. It will be about US and options, because I like to have the two together, because why not, right? Options provides plenty of advantages to the investor. Like I said, you can protect your asset, you can have monthly income with it, and it's really, about Tesla. These are the technologies of the future, AI and all that. It's very exciting. In the US market, they do have that. So I think it's a great opportunity for us to come together and talk about it more.
Wow,
Thank you.
Masharma, thank you for creating that space for everyone. But before we end, I just have a final question here. May pumasok pa, Miss Sharma, is one question. This is from Ramon Duremdes Jr. Miss Sharma, could you further explain the last slide, the business plan, which was cut kanina?
Yeah, I
Can
actually
you give
wanted
us
to
more
spend,
details?
yeah,
Go.
I wanted to spend more time with that. Do you mind if I share that screen again? So this business plan, okay, this is really a misgiving. And I think when we are told, okay, invest, you really wanted to transact right away. Sama ko, okay, the broker will tell you, transact right away, do this investing plan every week you will buy. No. So for me, to be honest with you guys, they do that because they need to do the business, right? But their business is not necessarily your business. Your business is to make money for yourself. Okay, they're making their money for yourself by acting, by wanting you to transact with them, and that's fine. I can respect that. But at the business plan, at the heart of investment, you're telling yourself, okay, I want to grow my money. How do you do it? What are your first one in the psychology? What are your beliefs in investing? Why will you trade crypto? What will you do forex? What for? Okay. Why will you do real estate? Those are in part of your psychology, and your risk tolerance is also there. Second is your capital. How are you going to first gather your capital, make sure you use your capital, grow your capital, And if you really get good at this, how do you manage capital for other people, right? So there are various levels of mastery in terms of managing the capital. Now, within that business plan is your trading plan, because this is really how you operate, how you will invest. So what is your belief on the market? What is the context of the market, the economic factors in the market that will, um, help you invest? Because like savings account, I think it doesn't really need understanding of the market because it's the safest. And it's the safest because it's guaranteed. So that's really not being traded, right? But we base off that on what the market does. And then concepts on your trading plan, basically like, are you a trend follower? Are you a value investor? These are the concepts. And there is also some interesting things like chaos theory, right? It sounds very intellectual, but it's really just to say that there is randomness in the market and you have to allow for that. And how do you deal with that? So those are part of the trading plan. You have to understand your concept, or that flows in from your psychology as well. And there's a lot to talk about there. And then the system will be your way of basically making your decisions on how much you're risking, how much of the profit you're taking, how much you're re-entering the market or preserving your capital. That's there's a 10-part to it because what do you call this? These are like decision points. Okay, so I'm really happy I asked that question, and email me whoever asked a question, and everyone in here. I'm really excited to be a part of this. Again, I know we don't have much time, Mayren, so thank you.
But Miss
Let me,
Charmel,
reach out to me.
yes.
Did I show you my last slide in
Yes,
here, which is
it is already there in we're sharing it already, Miss Charmel. But before we end this session, Miss Charmel, I have one more question. This is really our students or learners are really interested in this topic. So I have one more question, Miss Charmel, please. This is from Marian May Kimberly Sosa. How do we choose stocks or ETFs to trade in options?
very good question. How do I explain that in 1 minute? Okay, number one, I think one qualifier is how much you can afford, right? Because say I want to invest in Tesla, but Tesla, or Amazon, for example, there was a point Amazon was $3,000, but they have now done some restructuring on it, or they split it. That's why it's now around $130. So is it more affordable for me now? I probably can buy more Amazon now, right? Because that's why I said, what's your price? And also the quality of the stock. And also there are various reasons why you want to own a stock, right? Apple, you want to get that. Microsoft, these are like fantastic stocks. But then also, like I bought for my daughter on her birthday, Microsoft 3. 3 lang talaga eh. Because that's what I can afford for her as a gift, for example. But then there are other stocks, there are good stocks, and you can evaluate based on, for example, their value. You can evaluate based on their earnings growth. There are many factors. So definitely choose a stock that will really make money. Don't choose a stock that's going down. That's for sure.
Well, Miss
Yeah,
Charmel,
and
thank you for
I have more not just tips but more structured thinking process to get to your decision. But that's really a good start already.
right.
Thank you.
Perfect, Miss Charmel. Thank you for answering those questions. Again, everyone, please meet up. Meet up is open in Huva community board. Please meet. You can meet with Miss Charmel, and
Mhm.
I want you guys to take this opportunity. We may have a time constraint right now, but on the meetup, you can throw many questions and share many learnings from each other. So, Michelle, thank you for
Yeah.
opening that space to
Thank
everybody.
you. Thank you. And
Everyone,
thank you also. Thank you to everyone sharing questions. And thank you, Maren. Thank you, Money Summit, Sun Life, everyone in the world. Thank you.
everybody, thank you so much, Michelle. We
Thank you.
love
Thank
this session.
you.
See you in a bit. Next exit, next agenda. See you there. Bye.
Okay, so I exit this Zoom.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. See you there, meet up tayo.